Are these on yet? Yes.
She's gonna give a signal, right, when we have to start?
Yeah. Nice, I like that. It's very nice. Yeah. All right, folks, we'll just give it a few more seconds here for everyone to get seated, and then we'll get started. All right, I think we're ready. We're ready? I got the thumbs up here? Good, okay. Good afternoon, everybody. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the Faculty of Business Administration's 37th Annual Partner Celebration. Before I continue, I want to acknowledge our musician, Brad Jefford of the School of Music, for the great tune so far, so we can... Thank you, Brad. So good evening, everybody. My name is Nathan Young. I'm from Torbay. I'm just finished my 4th year, so going into my 5th year of Joint Bachelor of Commerce and Economics. I'm also on the management team for the fund, Memorial Student Investment Portfolio, that currently manages just over $300,000 of real money, and we'll mention that probably throughout the night as well. As a competitive curler, in addition to being a full-time student, I can personally attest to the faculty's and Memorial's commitment to supporting its students in all that they pursue. Memorial continues to provide its students with opportunities for success in and outside of the classroom, which is in large part due to the support from all of our partners, and so we're very excited to celebrate with you all tonight.
Thank you, Nathan. My name is Neha Kumari, and I'm from Bengaluru, India. I came to Memorial to study in the Master of Business Administration program, and I'm currently in my final year. In addition to the high-quality education we receive, business students also have the opportunity to be a part of incredible extracurricular activities and programs. Earlier this year, I took part in the Telfer Diversity and Inclusion MBA Case Challenge in Ottawa, and it was an amazing experience that ignited my passion for addressing societal issues through innovative business solutions. Delving into agribusiness and First Nations affairs, I learned the power of diverse perspectives and the importance of empathy in problem solving. Collaborating with dedicated mentors and teammates, I gained valuable insights that I'm eager to apply in both business and society. Just last month, Nathan was also part of the undergraduate team that won the Van Berken John Molson Small Cap Case competition in Montreal. Our travel and accommodations for these competitions were funded in by the Associates Program, a membership based for the business community that supports students' learning and educational experiences. These are just 2 examples that demonstrates the importance of partnerships and the real impact they have on us as students. So we are happy you could all join us today to celebrate our award winners and to pay tribute to the many connections we share that help us all contribute to a prosperous and sustainable future for Newfoundland and Labrador.
Before we continue, it's important that we take a moment to acknowledge the lands on which Memorial University's campuses are situated in the traditional territories of diverse Indigenous groups. And we acknowledge with respect the histories and cultures of the Beothuk, the Mi'kmaq, the Innu, and Inuit of this province. As we gather today to recognize the value of working together, I hope we can all remember to strive for respectful relationships with all peoples of this province and search for collective healing and true reconciliation in honoring this beautiful land. Tonight, we're here for 2 reasons. This annual celebration recognizes the importance of strong community partnerships in developing excellent graduates and conducting the world-class research for which the business faculty is known. We're also here to honor the accomplishments of some of the best and brightest in business. Throughout the evening, You'll hear about the importance of partnerships and the role these relationships play in the work the faculty does every day. Because of these important connections, Memorial's business faculty has been able to position itself as a leader in business and management education, not only in Canada, but also around the world. For example, did you know that Memorial's business faculty was the first in Atlantic Canada to earn international accreditation by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business? The AACSB designation is a mark of excellence among business schools, one that requires meeting rigorous standards and demonstrating an ongoing commitment to excellence in teaching, research, curriculum development, and learning success. Only about 1 in 5 business schools around the world are accredited with such a designation. It requires renewal every 5 years, and Memorial's business faculty has been continuously renewed since 2002. The faculty also has a long history of being first. It's a list that includes the first in Canada to launch a cooperative undergraduate business degree, the first MBA program in Canada to require coursework in business ethics, the first in Canada to receive national accreditation for an undergraduate cooperative business program, the first in Atlantic Canada to launch a Master of Science of Management degree, also the first in Canada to create an MBA in social enterprise and entrepreneurship, and being part of the province's first, and to date only, Social Ventures Incubator and Center for Social Enterprise.
It's clear that the Faculty of Business Administration offers programs that are competitive with any business school in the world, and we are proud to be a part of it. Before we get to the award ceremony, we would like to welcome some special guests. From Memorial University, we welcome Earl Ludlow, University Chancellor, Glenn Barnes, Chair of the Board of the Regents, Lisa Brown, Vice President, Administration, Finance and Advancement. From the Faculty of Business Administration, Dr. Trevor Brown, Interim Dean, Dr. Erin Olford, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs and Accreditation, Dr. Rachel Shanahan, Associate Dean, Graduate Programs and Research, Dorothy Keating, Chair of the Advisory Board, Valerie Howe, Director of Gardiner Center. We would also like to welcome 2 people we'll hear from later, Dr. Robert Crosby, a graduate of the Commerce class of 1979, and Susan Gardiner, representing the Gardiner family. And of course, we wouldn't be here tonight without our award winners. So a very special welcome to Elizabeth Hanrahan, winner of the Dr. Robert Crosby Undergraduate Student Citizenship Award, Precious Dela Cruz, winner of the Dr. Victor Young Graduate Student Citizenship Award, Kim Padden, winner of the PJ Gardiner Newfoundland and Labrador Entrepreneur of the Year Award, and Dr. Greg Roberts, winner of the Alumni Honor Award.
Finally, we extend a warm welcome to members of our advisory board and the associates program, both of which play an important role in the success of the business faculty. It's quite incredible to look out at this room and realize that everyone here is a supporter of the Faculty of Business Administration at Memorial University. We're all aware that these are challenging times. However, with your support, the faculty is prepared to face these challenges and continue moving forward to meet its special obligation to Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. Now, I'd like to call upon our first speaker, who has a special connection to this ceremony. In 2019, Lisa Brown was in this room to receive the P.J. Gardiner Newfoundland and Labrador Entrepreneur of the Year Award as CEO of Stella's Circle. She's also a Memorial graduate, earning a BA in 1991 and an MBA in 1993. Now, she's Vice President of Administration, Finance, and Advancement at Memorial. So please welcome Ms. Lisa Brown.
Thank you very much. It's always such a pleasure to be here on behalf of our president, Dr. Bose. I'm always delighted when he can't make this event, actually, because that means that I can. So really delighted to be here to celebrate, and there is so much to celebrate, not just at the Faculty of Business Administration, but at Memorial University in general. And it's all because of the students, faculty, staff, and our supporters who help make the university what it is. When I read the bios of Elizabeth and Precious, I think most people would have the same reaction. How do they have time to study? They are involved in so much and so contributing to our community. So congratulations. We are so proud of both of you for all that you've achieved and all that you will achieve, because we know that you will be on the path to much success into the future. So congratulations to both of you. I love the fact that this ceremony combines student success as well as alumni success, because the students can then see alumni and the future that they have and be inspired by our alumni. So Kim, I don't know that there's anyone who can walk by Wink or the Weavery and not go in and spend endless amount of time. But what's so impressive is your focus on innovation in the retail and sales area. So congratulations to you. And then to Dr. Greg Roberts, or as I affectionately refer to him as Mr. Mary Brown sometimes. We have a personal connection because in 1969, before Mary Brown's came to be, my mother, Mary, married someone named Brown. So I said to Greg, my poor mother, who has been tortured all of her life now, you can imagine all the things that are said to her, deserves free Mary Browns for the rest of her life. Sadly, she's a vegan, but I would be happy to collect that on her behalf. Greg, your business acumen is only surpassed by your philanthropic nature. You have made an incredible contribution in so many ways to the province and to the country, and I'm really looking forward to watching to see what you do next. I also want to note that all of these awards or 3 of the 4 are named for individuals, Rob, Vic, and Peter Gardner, and they all lived values that we all want to espouse ourselves. So I also recognize their contributions. So thank you all for being here. Thank you to the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador, ACOA for all of your support, members of the Associates Program, as well as members of the Dean's Advisory Board, and all supporters and donors of the Faculty of Business Administration and Memorial University. I hope in this room you see the impact and the pride of your contributions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. Up next is Dr. Trevor Brown, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Business Administration. Dr. Brown will tell us a little more about the importance of this event, the faculty's ongoing work, and the role of partnerships in moving the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Please welcome Dr. Brown.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you, Neha. There's a running joke in my family that I'm not really a doctor because I don't have a prescription pad and a stethoscope. So Trevor's perfectly fine. I'm so happy to be here this evening and to see the room full and the energy. And it's one of the things, someone asked me today, how are you today? I said, well, today's a lovely day. If every day could be like this as Dean, it'd be an amazing day. But thank you so much for being here this evening. Partners is incredibly important to us. It's through strong community partnerships that we're able to develop strong students, to bring relevance into the curricula that we're developing in our programs, as well as conducting world-class research. And looking around the room today, we are surrounded by people, all of whom help to make us the success we are. Whether it be the associate program members, whether it be the Faculty Business Advisory Board, alumni, senior leadership of the university, government, funders, donors, the employers of co-op students, faculty, staff, I could go on, but all of these folks help create the place that we are, and I thank you for that. I want to highlight a bit the importance of students, and you're going to notice that we have students placed throughout. Huge thanks to our 2 MCs who you will see guide us through tonight. We have 10 student ambassadors that have been going through, that have greeted you, showed you where CoCheck is, things like that, all representative of both the programs, the clubs, and the societies we have. So I encourage you to interact with them. They truly are the future, And we're in good hands from what I'm seeing going through. To Lisa's comment, I joke with Lisa, we're a tag team in terms of Brown and Brown. I am, to use a good UK term, gobsmacked sometimes when I'm reading in a good sense. Just the things our students are doing. And like, how do you manage to maintain, you know, incredible grades while doing all these things? We're blessed to be surrounded by such talent. And we've got a diverse group of students with experiences that demonstrate the quality of our programming. And one of the things I'm incredibly proud of as dean is that we want to ensure our students are prepared to operate in any sector of the economy, for-profit, not-for-profit, social enterprise, public sector. And one of the things I love being dean is I don't think I can go into any organization in this province where I don't bump into an alumni from our programs. In terms of partnerships itself, I just want to highlight some of the ways that many of you contribute. For the associates, incredible program that helps fund scholarships, experiential learning opportunities. You've already heard from Nathan in terms of some of his experience with the fund. You heard from Neha around the diversity case competition. I'll add a couple of others. William and Mary Women's Stock Pitch Competition. We placed second out of a incredibly deep global talent pool. That's no small accomplishment for our university. Enactus won regionals and is heading on to nationals. We've had Atlantic FBA Research Challenge. All of these opportunities we're able to do because of the Associates Program in terms of enabling that. So my sincere thanks to the Associates Program. To the Advisory Board, I see Dorothy and some other members in here, Dorothy Keating. I met with them today. We are blessed to have their support, their nurture, their guidance, what's going on in the business world, what do you need to adapt. So Dorothy and others, thank you for that. It is an important part of maintaining our relevance in terms of our programming going forward. To the government and funders, we're able to deliver impactful program because of the support we have, particularly as it relates to some of our centers, which I'll touch on in a second. And to the alumni, I never like to name where I was before I came here, but I will tell you that I've never seen the alumni support here in that other institution. Whether it's coming in to be a guest speaker, whether it's working as a per-course instructor, whether it's being a member of the advisory board, we have non-stop support from our alumni that I'm incredibly thankful for, and it enriches our programs. I won't steal someone's thunder, but Neha just recently got a job, and it was from a connection through an alumni event here, I think, that helped make that happen. That's incredible in terms of moving us forward. To the donors, in terms of the various ways you help our faculty and university grow and succeed, whether it's supporting students, whether it's infrastructure in terms of some of the developments in our building. To the senior leadership team, for your guidance, your initiative, recognizing the needs of our faculty, nudging me as appropriate along the way as well. I thank you all. And I'm delighted we've got a number of faculty members here. You know, faculty are key to the development of our programs, our teaching, the quality of research we're doing. And certainly not last, and I want to highlight, is staff. You know, and I'd actually like to take this opportunity for a round of applause for the staff that pulled this together. There's a lot of work that goes into this. They, in many ways, are the backbone of the faculty that folks don't always see. The teaching, the research, the advising of students is done with those folks in the background helping us along the way. Partners is also a way for us to start further engaging our centers and making those connections. We are very well aware of the fact that we've got a number of centers designed to meet the needs of the province and to make the connections. Earlier, I'm not sure if it was Neha or Nathan that mentioned the Gardner Center around executive development and education. That's an incredibly important part of us. I know Karen Lacey's here from the Sonova Center for Excellence in Sales and Supply Chain. I don't think you can think of anything around COVID and not recognize the challenges we've had around supply chain. Memorial Center for Entrepreneurship in terms of its ability to help launch new businesses going forward. And certainly the Center for Social Enterprise in terms of the incubation center that's there, as well as the creator space. All of these things are an important part of our community. Really happy to say that we've launched an annual report this year for the first time in a while, and you're going to hear more about that in the next little bit. But it really highlights what we've done over the last year as it relates to teaching, research, engagement with the community, the success of our students. So you're going to see more about that. It literally, I'm going to show my age when I say hot off the press, because there is no press anymore. It is alive and well in the digital world. You're going to see more of that. But I encourage you to read it. Give us feedback. Tell us what you think. But it's an important way that we can show you the work that we're doing at the faculty. Really, my message I want to be clear on today is we're here. We're here to develop talented students ready to meet the needs of our community inside the province and outside, and we're doing it because of the support we have from folks just like you in this room. It also means to us understanding the special obligation to a prosperous, entrepreneurial, sustainable, and socially just society. And throughout the awards, you're going to see elements of that today, both the business success and building on Lisa's comments around the contribution to the broader society. Those are important things that we value in our faculty. A couple of things I want to highlight that we've done recently around those connections. If you're not aware, our new undergraduate program has specific new courses to meet the needs of some of the more relevant areas of business. We've got analytics, we've got professionalism, things to help prepare students for the modern world. On the hiring side and the faculty, we've hired 3 researchers who all have elements of sustainability as part of the research portfolio, crossing areas of supply chain to HR to finance, all looking at areas around sustainability. We've really been focusing on the area of indigenization recently. We had our first smudging ceremony as a marker in the faculty business. We had our first day of truth and reconciliation. We're going to continue to work on that. I'll speak for myself. Certainly those weren't things that were covered in my grade 5 Newfoundland history course going forward, and it's an area that we recognize we need to continue working on. We also want to recognize that tonight's winners are excellent examples of how to make a positive impact in our society. You hear about volunteerism and philanthropy, promoting cultural legacies, economic development, growing communities, and they're wonderful examples, I believe, of both sides of the coin. The importance of organizational or business success and also the importance of community going forward. I'm proud to celebrate with them. I'm proud that we get to call them as part of our extended family. I also want to take some time to announce a new award this year. Employers are an incredibly important partner we have, and I'm very proud to say, and I want to sing it from as high as I can, pre-COVID, during COVID, and after COVID, we have had 100% placement in our co-op program. There are not many schools in Canada that can say that. I thank, I know Heather Skanes is here from our co-op office, or maybe some others. I thank those folks for their role in helping that happen. And I also applaud and thank the local community that's made that happen. So we do have a new award tonight that recognizes those who provide undergraduate students with outstanding work-term experience. It looks at both the professional development and personal development. And it's noteworthy that it's the students that nominate the employers based on the learning experience going through. It's the first time that we've done this award. We received multiple nominations for this employer, and just let me highlight some of the comments that came back. Most informative and enjoyable professional experience in the last 5 years of my education. They provided a safe and inclusive workspace early on where I was free to make mistakes without judgment. They focused not on maximizing productivity or even just teaching me specific skills, but instead on making sure how I understood the fundamental ideas beyond my role. They trusted me with significant responsibilities. I'm going to pause there for a second. Isn't that the important part of a good work-term placement, to get that important responsibilities, allowing me to thrive independently, but also providing invaluable guidance? I could go on here. This employer received numerous nominations with very positive feedback. So I would like to congratulate the winner of the Faculty of Business Administration Dean's Outstanding Work-Term Employer Award to PAL Aerospace. I would now like to invite Alexander Hale, Manager of HR, and as well as Spencer Wicks, Controller, to accept the award and to say a few words. And I've got a certificate for you folks.
Not really a lot prepared. I guess, I'll speak on behalf of myself, Spencer, as well as the other folks at PAL that have, contributed to us getting this award. First, I'd like to thank our work-term students. all the stuff Travers said about them being able to take on responsibility, us allowing them to fail, them taking on significant projects, all that stuff. That really speaks to the quality of students that we have come into the program. We do it because we're comfortable with them having that level of ability coming in. I really think the reason why we've been successful and why those students have been successful is that we really treat as much as we can work-term students as any other employee. Again, allowing them room to fail, take on significant projects, involving them the same way you would, anyone else on the team. So I'd say, while this is going out to Spencer and myself, just as much, if not more, credit should go to the work-term students themselves, as well as the rest of the employees and managers at PAL that, really take the same viewpoint that Spencer and I do, that, these folks coming in, are there. They're not just able to contribute, but if you let them contribute, they're making a positive contribution to, to the company. So again, I don't really have a whole lot more to say to that, other than, thanks for the award, and hopefully we'll be nominated again next year.
Thank you, Dr. Brown, Alex, and Spencer, and once again, congratulations to PAL Aerospace. Partners is about community and relationships, both of which are essential to success in business. In 2019, the business faculty decided to recognize the important role that students play as leaders and volunteers in their communities, and established 2 new awards celebrating student success. One of the awards is named after Dr. Robert Crosby, and we're pleased to have him with us tonight. Dr. Crosby, please come up and tell us about our next award winner.
Thank you, Nathan. Most people who know me realize that this is not the place I like to be. I prefer to be sitting down rather than talking, but I'm really pleased to be here today. I'm a graduate and longtime supporter of the business faculty, so I appreciate the opportunity to be here each year and to introduce tonight's award winner. Elizabeth Handrahan is a fifth-year student in the Bachelor of Commerce Co-op program. In her final year, she has served on the class graduation committee and was the communications lead for the 59th Annual Business Day. She has been a member of the Enactus Memorial and Memorials Relay for Life, for which she's consistently been among the top individual fundraisers. In 2022, she was named to the Dean's List, placing her among the faculty's top 10% of students, far further ahead than what I was. The award recognizes students' contributions to student life, university, and community. In addition to the activities I've already mentioned, Elizabeth has volunteered at the Dance Center for the past 8 years and recently joined the International Relations Committee of the Youth Atlantic Treaty Association of Canada for NATO. The award is also celebrates students' abilities to apply academic experience to the real-world context, in a real-world context. There are 3 significant ways in which Elizabeth has done this. First, she served on the Internship Experience Committee during her first work term at Bombardier. Second, she is a teaching assistant for Dr. Park's International Business course, which showcased her capacity to bridge theoretical knowledge and practical application. And third, she was appointed to the student lead for the business cohort at Harlow campus, a role in which she liaised between students, Harlow staff, and the business faculty. In this role, she provided empathetic leadership and helped ensure her peers were having a positive experience. Her work also helped inform the faculty's development of future Harlow programming. For her academic excellence, community involvement, and compassionate leadership, Elizabeth Handrahan is this year's winner of the Dr. Rob Crosby Undergraduate Student Citizenship Award. We'll do the picture first.
All right. Hello, everyone. First and foremost, thank you all for coming together to attend this year's Partners event. As a long-standing tradition within the Faculty of Business, this celebration would not be possible without the support of students, faculty, and the community. I am deeply honored to be this year's recipient of the Dr. Robert Crosby Undergraduate Student Citizenship Award. Dr. Robert Crosby is a BCom alumni whose career, volunteerism, and advocacy is truly inspiring to my fellow graduates, and he exemplifies what we should all strive to become. Dr. Crosby has continuously given back. As the director of the Atlantic Board for Nature Conservancy Canada, Dr. Crosby has made instrumental contributions to land conservation in the province, honing in on the importance of this work for the people of the province and generations to come to enjoy. After completing my final exam of my undergraduate just over 2 weeks ago, I have had time to reflect on the immeasurable experiences I have attained at Memorial. I firmly believe that my experience as a commerce student was heavily enriched by seizing opportunities for involvement within the faculty and beyond. I have taken advantage of numerous committees and clubs throughout my degree, and I have forged lifelong friendships in doing so. As a business student, it is important to leverage your academic learnings in real-world contexts, and what better way to do this than seeking opportunities to get involved in your community. At this time, I would like to thank Dr. Chansey Park for the impact he has had on my student involvement. Your kindness and willingness to help have driven my enjoyment of volunteering. I would also like to thank the Awards Selection Committee for granting me the honor of attaining this award. Thank you to my friends and family for their continuous encouragement. I would also like to thank the Faculty of Business for providing such an incredible and memorable learning experience. Congratulations to my fellow recipients for their well-deserved awards, and thank you all very much.
Thank you, Dr. Crosby, and congratulations, Elizabeth. Dr. Victor Young is another graduate of the business faculty, and while he loves to participate in this event, but he couldn't join us this year. So I would like to call upon Dr. Rachel Shanahan, Associate Dean of the Graduate Programs and Research, to introduce our next award, Dr. Victor Young Graduate Student Citizenship Award.
Thank you, Neha. Dr. Victor Young is a great supporter of our faculty. One of the ways in which he supports our students is by helping MBA students prepare for case competitions, and so it is very fitting that tonight's winner is also an MBA student. Precious de la Cruz came to Memorial from the Philippines, where she gained experience at Nestle and Procter & Gamble in supply chain, operations, sales, and marketing. Since joining our MBA program, Precious has made a concerted, deliberate, and I would say tireless effort to positively impact the university community. Precious has taken advantage of many opportunities offered by Memorial, opportunities that include the Insight Business Consulting Program, Creative Destruction Lab, the CDL, yes, and WEASY, the Work Experience and Social Enterprise Program at the Center for Social Enterprise. All of which have allowed Precious to use her academic and professional experiences to help local startups and such social enterprises as Opus Mobile, Roots and Wings Fish Company, Again and Again, and Perchance Theater. All right. Precious was one of 4 MBA students chosen to participate in the Creative Destruction Lab in St. John's and Halifax, where she provided valuable research and marketing support to Atlantic Canadian startup Aruna Revolution. And Precious also worked for Memorial SHAD program, where she led seminars on business topics and was a project mentor to high school students from across Canada. Currently, Precious is a member of the Disruptive Thinkers Club at the Memorial Center for Entrepreneurship. She volunteers for Again and Again and helps welcome new students to Memorial with the Student Experience Office. Precious exemplifies what it means to be generous in the use of your skills and experience to better the people and the world around you. So please join me in welcoming this year's winner of the Dr. Victor Young Graduate Student Citizenship Award, Precious de la Cruz.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rachel Shanahan, and good evening, everyone. Esteemed faculty members and staff, distinguished guests, partners, and donors, fellow students, and friends, it is with immense gratitude that I stand before you to receive the esteemed Dr. Victor Young Graduate Student Citizenship Award. I am incredibly honored to be recognized for something I hold extremely valuable, actively contributing to and engaging with our community. For me, student citizenship embodies the values of service, leadership, and community engagement. It is about recognizing our responsibility to contribute to our communities that have supported us and leveraging our skills and our knowledge to address various social issues. It is about seizing opportunities to create valuable impact in our community, whether it be through volunteer work, mentorship, or other initiatives. While I stand here as the recipient of this award, I am aware that this recognition is not solely a reflection of just my own work and effort, but rather a reflection of the collective efforts of many individuals and institutions that have contributed to my growth and development as a graduate student. I am deeply, deeply thankful to all of my professors, mentors, peers, colleagues, friends, and family whose belief and support have contributed to my achievements and to my academic excellence and my community involvement. As I reflect on my journey as an MBA student at Memorial University, I am also reminded of the incredible support and opportunities provided by the Faculty of Business Administration. I have been privileged to have access to incredible mentors, abundant resources, countless opportunities to apply theoretical learning in real-world contexts, and opportunities for me to further develop myself personally and professionally. These experiences have not only benefited me as an individual, but have also instilled in me a sense of responsibility to pay it forward in the future and give back to my community. I extend my deepest gratitude to the selection committee for this honor and to the Faculty of the Business Administration, Memorial's Center for Entrepreneurship, the Center for Social Enterprise, and to all the donors and partners of Memorial University for making all of these opportunities possible for us students. As I move forward beyond Memorial University, I am committed to continuing my journey of service and leadership. I am dedicated to leveraging my education and my experiences to advocate for positive change, to empower others to make a difference, and to leave a lasting impact in the community that I serve. Before I end, I would like to leave you with this anonymous quote to serve as a reminder in our daily lives. True greatness lies not in what we have accomplished, but in what we have done for others. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Shanahan, and really congratulations, Precious. The Gardner family name is synonymous with the Faculty of Business Administration. The late Peter Gardner was the first head of the School of Business over 50 years ago. Gardner Center, an award-winning professional development hub of the business faculty, is also named in recognition of Peter's contribution to business education in this province. Peter's late wife was Jeanette Gardner, who paved the way for women in the accounting field by becoming the first female chartered accountant in the province. She also served on the advisory board of the business faculty and was the first woman to chair Memorial's Board of Regents. Their children, Susan, Stephen, and Jane, continue to contribute to Memorial in various ways, including by endowing scholarships in their parents' name. Susan also works as the business faculty's senior administrative officer, and tonight she will introduce our next award winner. Please welcome Susan Gardner.
Good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to be here this evening on behalf of my family to present the P.J. Gardner 2024 Newfoundland and Labrador Entrepreneur of the Year Award. Before I introduce tonight's recipient, let me ask, who is wearing jewelry from Wink? Or perhaps something from the Weavery? What about a piece of Dory Blue? And of course, who is wearing pink and bold glasses besides me? I am pleased to report that my cardigan is affordable fashion purchased from the Newfoundland Weavery, and my pink scarf was my aunt's, someone who left me in partnership with my mother a legacy of empowerment and love mixed with business. But that's where my similarities with tonight's award recipient end. Since opening its doors in 2010, Wink has become a style sanctuary. From its cozy beginnings on Duckworth Street to flourishing expansions on Water Street and Churchill Square, Wink is a boutique with style and pizzazz. And the glittering force behind Wink is this year's award recipient, Kim Padden. Wink just isn't a shop. It's a vibrant showcase of Kim's exquisite taste, from local artisans to breathtaking international treasures. A true artist at heart, Kim's journey began at Holland College, where she embraced the world of graphic design. Her path led her back to St. John's, where she blended her artistic prowess with savvy retail instincts to open Wink. She's a style icon and a social media force with her Friday faves and the gems, and not to forget the iconic gift wrapping. In 2016, Kim returned to her creative passions, launching a jewelry line that celebrates Newfoundland and Labrador's treasured mineral, labradorite. This line, called Dory Blue by Sparks Design, graces galleries, boutiques, and museums across the continent. In 2019, Kim turned her attentions to another local staple, purchasing the Newfoundland Weavery. A fixture on Water Street since 1972, Kim has breathed new life into this cherished downtown store, ensuring its legacy continues to inspire and support the province's finest artisans. What's the latest chapter in her entrepreneurial saga? The Carpet Factory, which Kim acquired in 2019 with her husband Rob and her brother Chris Sparks. The Carpet Factory has been a community staple for 30 years, further cementing Kim's panache for supporting local entrepreneurial legacies. Away from the whirlwind of entrepreneurship, Kim's heart is filled with her children, Mabel and Harrington, and her husband Rob, whom she calls her rock and her co-pilot in life's joys and their shared businesses. The P.J. Gardner Newfoundland and Labrador Entrepreneur of the Year Award celebrates leaders who not only have a vision, but also possess the courage and ingenuity to turn that vision into reality. Kim exemplifies these traits and does it with a shimmer and a sparkle of glitter and a splash of pink. She is not only a role model for Mabel, but for the countless female entrepreneurs in this province. On behalf of the business faculty and my family, I'm proud to present this award to Kim Padden.
Wow. I obviously come with pink paper. Yeah, that's how I roll. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. Everything is good. Okay. Wow, I am on cloud 9 to receive this award today, the PJ Gardner Entrepreneur of the Year Award. This is truly a dream come true. I'm still honestly so shocked that I'm up here today. But this award is not just about me. It's a big high five to all the trailblazers out there that are making their mark in this province and to make it a better place. Born with the entrepreneur gene, I've been hustling since I could walk. A big shout out to my folks who are watching live. They're not here right now. My biggest cheerleaders who never let my sparkle fade. They taught me to dream big and chase those dreams and remember that every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. I am the girl that grew up saying, "You're not the boss of me." With a paintbrush in one hand and a dream in the other. And math is really not my thing at all. If you ask me what 1 + 1 is, I'll say 11 because it looks nicer. But creating, now that's my jam, with my snazzy glasses and a heart that bleeds pink and a sprinkle of sparkle. I hope to inspire everyone to embrace their own unique style. Success to me, it's all about connection. It's the excitement of motivating my team, the satisfaction of supporting local artisans in our community, and most of all, the joy that comes from building relationships with our extremely valued customers. The unparalleled delight of witnessing someone resonate with a creation and that's crafted within our own province of Newfoundland and Labrador is a feeling like no other. As a young entrepreneur who began her Wink journey at the age of 21, most of my friends were on George Street, and I had a business to run. I passionately champion women entrepreneurs. I love to create a community where women support each other, and the desire to connect and motivates me. And my enthusiasm for mentorship and helping fellow business owners shows that. As a mother of 2 beautiful young children, managing 3 business most days feels like running a marathon. But the chance to talk with other business owners who have faced similar challenges is very satisfying. My children, Mabel and Harry, have spent a lot of time in the store's back room. As like my brother and I, playing at the Travelers Inn and Hotel Gander, and I'm pretty sure the luggage trolley was our top fave, as well as unlimited Shirley Temples and lemon meringue pie. Their presence in my memories reminds me of why I do what I do and the community I hope to build and support. And I can now proudly say that my brother and I and my husband are creating family business for memories for our very own children. The forklift at the carpet factory gets great use with Harry and Clayton. And, well, Mabel, like her mom, prefers the pink store with sparkles. Gratitude overflows as I extend my heartfelt appreciation to all that has contributed to my journey. I want to thank my husband. You are my rock, as mentioned by Susan, my business partner, and an accountant who does tell me that 1 + 1 is 2, not 11. And to my cherished family, my dear friends, and my esteemed mentors and dedicated team, and my very valued customers, as well as my social media followers. They mean the world to me. You are the force that lifts me to new heights. Your love and unwavering support and sparkle make me shine brighter every single day. So from the depths of my heart, I am so humbled. Thank you. And I'm very honored for this award. And let's keep the sparkle alive.
Thank you, Susan, and congratulations, Kim. Our next award is the final one of this evening, the Alumni Honor Award. I would like to once again call upon Dr. Brown to introduce the year's winners.
Thank you very much, Neha. Well, the list of accolades associated with Dr. Greg Roberts is long. I'll just give you some of the highlights here. Junior Achievement Business Hall of Fame, Atlantic Business Magazine Top CEO, Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year, Canada's Top 40 Under 40, Pinnacle Award, and I could go on here. Instead, I'm going to take you back to the beginning, to Triton Island, forgive me, where Greg grew up with 10 siblings. After high school, he headed to Memorial University, entered our undergraduate program, and began his first business as a bookkeeper. But it wasn't until he returned home that his career as an entrepreneur really began to flourish. His first business was a small gas station and a seasonal restaurant in Pileys Island, where he started with a $20,000 loan from his brother. Over the years, the company evolved and touched on healthcare, real estate, retail, and restaurants. And it's probably when I say restaurants where you really think of Greg these days in terms of the restaurant and hospitality sector, where he bought Mary Brown's Chicken and started to grow the company. Today, Mary Brown's is the fastest growing restaurant chain in Canada. Let me repeat that again for a second. The fastest growing restaurant chain in Canada. Together with Fat Bastard Burrito, both of which are grouped under the name of MBI, Greg's companies employ more than 6,000 people at the moment. And if you want to hear another stat, when I was reading it, when you think of entrepreneurship growth, today that brand opens a new restaurant every 5 to 7 days. Again, I'm starting to feel like a real underachiever up here after the students and some of the other folks. Now exploring new markets, and I know that Greg and I have talked about one of the first he's opening in Northern Ireland is near a good friend of mine in Lisburn, and also looking at United Kingdom, Pakistan, Mexico, and more. But building in line with the theme of tonight, our Alumni Award is more than about professional success. Let me be clear. Greg has had humongous professional success. It also recognizes how our graduates contribute in other ways. And again, I think Greg just stands out here. Long-standing volunteer and philanthropist. At Memorial University, he's been involved with our Center for Entrepreneurship and regularly contributes to student financial support. In 2023, Memorial University bestowed upon him the Honorary Doctorate of Laws degree. Outside of Memorial, he's involved with the Boys and Girls Club and has been a national charity partner for Mary Brown since 2021. Each year, Mary Brown hosts a national fundraising day to help children and youth reach their full potential. He's a donor to the Janeway Children's Hospital Foundation, the Children's Wish Foundation of Canada, as well as the Agap Home, which helps children in Thailand who are impacted with the spread of HIV and AIDS. To say his impact, and I'm going to go on, has been beyond business would be an incredible understatement of what this person has brought to our broader community. In 2022, I happened to have been in the audience when the Hurricane Fiona benefit was going on. And at that point, they announced the fact that Mary Brown's and its corporations gave over $300,000 to help those who were impacted by the devastation of that hurricane. That same year, he created a program through Mary Brown's that supports Ukrainians affected by war to move to Canada, providing employment and financial support. So Greg's often quoted as saying, "There's no substitute for hard work." I think I'd add to that, Greg, not just hard work, but someone who understands both business and giving back and being an example. His work ethic, humility, and business acumen have been the foundation for his professional success, and it's his depth of character and a keen sense of responsibility towards community that truly makes him a standout for me and an excellent ambassador for our programs. So I think we'll all agree that Greg ticks all the boxes. The students in the room know marks just came out, so boxes were ticked and came out. He hits them all, both from a success of business and both from the importance of community. So on behalf of the faculty, Greg, I'm very pleased to welcome you as the winner of the 2024 Alumni Honor Award. Congratulations, Dr. Roberts.
Well,
You want to do the picture now?
oh, okay. Well, thank you for that. I'm really humbled and a little bit embarrassed to stand up. I think I got the award because Dr. Brown, Mary Brown's daughter, nominated me too. She nominated me for the doctorate at Mon. I was like, wow. I got an email last year and just going through it, Mon. Yeah, well, I'll re-give the Mon, and then I just opened up the attachment, honorary doctorate. I'm like, rock and roll. Yes, I'll take it. I think I had to get back within 5 days. I think I emailed back instantly. So thank you for that. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for this wonderful award. Thank you for, what Mon has done for me over the years. It's the foundation for my business career. And my wife, who I wouldn't be here without Adrian. Thank you, Adrian, for everything you do. Behind the scenes, she don't take no credit. She does she's my rock, and then some, as Kim said, with Rob the accountant. I'm the accountant in our relationship, and she's the emotional one. Just here, I had Adrian always tells me, Greg, you rambles on, so be right. You got to start writing stuff down. So I did write down some stuff, so I won't ramble on too much. I was listening to. I'm going off script again. I was listening to Precious when she spoke. I'm like, how old is she again? I'm like, holy cow, I'm 51. It took me decades to learn what she's saying. I don't know what it is with young people, but they're, I'm middle-aged, so I can say I'm in the middle. People older than me, people younger than me. And I've seen a transition over the years, and they found a purpose, and they talk about purpose, and they get business now, and stuff it took me 30-something years in business to get to. They already got it. So, Precious, you already, you wrote my stuff that you made me write down, and I can't even talk about that anymore. And powerful. And by the way, I took a picture of you, as I did Kim, and everyone else, and I'm going to be offering you a job when you're finished. And, wow. And if I can go back to when I graduated from Mon Commerce in 1996, we were more, how do I put this, pragmatic. It's about a job, trying to stay in Newfoundland. I think everybody can relate to that. And that's where we were in the 90s, and probably 70s and 80s as well. And I got into my career, and I just want to have a good business, not leave Newfoundland. And I built a business, and it was about, numbers, and P&Ls and all that, and I matured in business. I started a little tiny business. And by the way, Kim, everything you're doing, that's exactly how you run big companies. I know, if I was sitting where you're sitting, I was there, feels like yesterday, 20-something years ago, I'll be like, oh, geez, that's a huge company. It's the same stuff. Just along the way, people will pretend to you, pretend to you is not governance and structures and not pissing people off, and goes on and on. Bureaucratic creep, I call it. You got to stay entrepreneurial. If you're a public company, you can't be at that, so stay private. So in my 20s, that's what it was, just pay the bills, make your payroll. You're going to be stressed out many nights, Kim and Rob, making payroll. There's stuff you're going to go through. You're going to be up nighttime. There's no one backing you up. You're going to have feelings in your stomach. You're going to be like, why do I do this? And then the bank gives you some more money, and you're like, woohoo, let's go bigger. That's entrepreneurial, and I love what you do. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an accountant, but I'm an entrepreneur at heart. Then as I grew in my 30s, I started to understand more about structure of companies, and I continued to, education is important. My parents didn't have that, and so I always kept studying. I still to this day. My 40s, I finally came around to realizing what it's all about. And there it is. Everybody asks me, what's the secret, Greg? Blah, 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 what's the secret? For the older people here, do you remember in the 90s there was a movie called A Few Good Men? And there's a scene, became, a cult classic where I think it was Jack Nicholson and what's the other guy's name? Tom Cruise. One-on-one, you can't handle the truth. You want to know the truth, you can't handle the truth. It's like, when I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound so simple, you're not going to believe it. And people can't handle the truth, especially us older people. Here it is, this is what I learned. How do you build a big business, or how do you find your purpose in life? What is it all about? It's very simple. It's about figuring out what your people are going through. Quality of work life. A lot of people talk about it. Every business feel they have it. And you ask people who's engaged in your company, do they have purpose? Yes, 100%. Yep. And that makes you feel good as a owner, as a leader. And as your company gets bigger, you go to these places where you want to qualify stuff and you're like, yeah. But really, really? You sure? Are they really, do you have people in your company in the corner? What's that person going through? What's their day like? What are you doing for them? And I'm in fast food, and I've always had a difficult time reconciling the success of my company and the accolades. Thank you for this. It's not me. It's people on the front lines. I'm always like, what are they going through in life? So our purpose at MBIB is not growth and success and prestige and showing off and whatever. It's actually about quality of work life for fast food workers. And I'll give you an example. In COVID, remember, all of a sudden, everybody's seen what I've seen. All of a sudden, our people on the front lines in the grocery stores, in retail, and in the restaurants, they were like the local heroes. And you realize, these people work hard. They're kind of under the radar. We're all going about our careers, and we got our friends, family, colleagues. There's people that are serving us, right? And a lot of people overlook them. And I'm like, finally, they're being recognized. And I was so proud of our people sorry, I'm a big old sap, that's why I don't like talking in public. I was so proud of my people in the restaurants and what they did. And I was like, and the public was acknowledging them. But then COVID ended and people forgot about it, to be candid. I'm a candid person. And, but that would reinforce our leadership that remember, stay on path, stay on quality of work life. I'm very happy that we get this award. It's called, we got an award, it's called Great Places to Work, but we're still not good enough. And what do we do every day? We work on, we're not good at this, by the way. We're certainly not great. We're not good, but we're on this journey. And because we're on this journey, we're doing better than any other chain in Canada. We're the fastest growing chain in Canada, and eventually we're going to be a global organization. I didn't do it for that. That was just, it happened anyway. And people think that when you go into business, especially older people, you got your purpose in business and you got your purpose in your personal life. And guess what? It's the same. It took me decades to understand that. So some people say, yeah, Greg, that's wonderful what those programs you're doing, but we can't do that. We got a P&L to work a bit worried about, and they'll keep it separate, and they truly don't get there. They can't get there. And I was fortunate to be able to take those chances, roll the dice. The companies were working, and we took some crazy chances, and it all worked when we got involved with the quality of work life of our people. And we spend time. We got one program I'm so proud of. It's called 3 Lives Per Month. So run the big company, by the way, is freaking stressful. So whenever I'm stressed out, and especially if you're growing, you get people to hit their ceiling, you love them, and they're just not going to come with you, and you got to part ways. That's the hardest thing in the world to do. And some people will keep their company small, not to have to make those decisions, and we'll do it. And every now and again, when I'm stressed out, you know what I'll do? I'll phone up the stores, and 3 Lives Per Month at the corporate stores we run in Newfoundland. Tell me three stories this month, and they'll talk about frontline stuff we're doing. And I won't go on because I'll have a big old cry. It's just people going through a lot of adversity in their life, and they often get ignored. So if you don't remember anything else I say today, when you go in to a restaurant, a grocery store, retail, those people are not faking it. They're working hard. Just, if you could, remember them, treat them good, and perhaps do what you can for them. And that's the journey I'm on in my life. And sorry. And am I rambling on again, Adrian? And I'm also, parallel to that, we're trying to create one of Newfoundland's first global companies. Like Canada, don't put out a lot of global brands, and we're going to be a global brand soon in a big way. And so we're into growth, but we're doing it by trying to treat people better in the workplace and try to change the quality of life for our people on the front lines. Thank you for having me. Love you.
Thank you, Dr. Brown, and congratulations, Greg. Our evening is drawing to a close, but before we wrap up, I would like to ask the award winners to come to the front of the room for photographs as soon as we are finished speaking. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us at Partners and helping us to honor the achievements of Elizabeth, Precious, Kim, and Greg. Thank you as well for helping us celebrate the important relationships between the university and the business that contribute to the making the Faculty of Business Administration the success that it is today. Thank you.
On behalf of the business faculty, we're proud to acknowledge the great support from our alumni, donors, and business community. You provide guidance and expertise on the advisory board. You come into our classrooms and share your insights and experiences with us as students. You support student experiences outside of the classroom by being members of the Associates Program. And you donate to faculty initiatives to help the faculty provide financial support to business students. It's clear that what we do with the support of everyone in this room. And that together, we can do so much more than we can do alone. Thank you for coming to Partners and joining in our celebrations. Good evening. So I guess we'll have our award winners come to the front for some group photos, and